Stay back! Stay away! If you get close to me, people might think I'm a lolicon! Well, this finale was definitely not what I expected. I thought these last two episodes would mostly comprise of the final battle against Diavolo and whatever happened after the battle, but in reality, most of these two episodes were actually a flashback of Bucciardi and his gang that took place right around the beginning of the series. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit disappointed we didn't get an epic final battle for the finale, but the ending was still great in its own right. My favorite part of these two episodes was definitely the fate of Diavolo. Giorno put him into an infinite loop of him dying over and over again, and each way he dies seems to be pretty pathetic, which is probably part of the punishment. The first one was definitely my favorite, with that drugged out homeless guy and his coat. I really liked the homeless guy's voice and his spastic movements, and it was poetic justice for Diavolo to be killed by someone who was hooked on the drugs he was peddling. Though it turned out that wasn't really how he died, since he's permanently stuck in some loop. Which makes me wonder if his body's somewhere unconscious, or if his body completely disappeared with him into another dimension where this loop is happening. Or maybe his physical body really did get killed by the homeless man, and his spirit continued on in the loop without passing into the afterlife, which is why Trish still sensed him. I have no idea. All I know is Diavolo probably has the worst fate in the series so far, even worse than Cars. His fate reminds me of what happened to Kabuto in Naruto, where Itachi put him under as Izanami, which made Kabuto continue in the same loop of time over and over again until he accepted who he really was. Except with Diavolo, it seems there was no escaping his prison. On a side note, the man holding onto his dog is one of my new favorite JoJo poses now. After Diavolo was defeated, it switched over to a flashback which would last the rest of the episode and most of the next episode. There was actually a flashback right at the beginning of episode 38 as well, where Misa was talking about how human flesh would taste, which is a bit bizarre, but this is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure after all. The main flashback was seemingly about fate, and how characters can try to go with it or fight against it. Bucciarati's fate was to die in the near future, but instead of painlessly accepting it, he and Misa chose to fight fate, which ended up leading to all the events that happened this season. Which ended up in the death of not only Bucciarati, but Narancia and Abacchio as well. However, if they never went on their journey, Diavolo may have never been defeated, and people would have continued to suffer and die because of him. When all is said and done, the ending turned out pretty well, as Giorno became the new boss, finally becoming the true gangstar he always dreamed of, and Mista and Turtle Polnareff are at his side. His new outfit is pretty snazzy as well. If you enjoyed my video and are hungry for more JoJo content, or an anime and manga lover like myself, feel free to subscribe for more. Now excuse me while I go cry in a corner while I wait for part 6 to come out.